Greetings and welcome to Mia Taro. Well, that's a quick video to talk about something about masculine. Not only me, but every masculine in the world, I guess, is going through kind of a change. Because you would have, if seen, if you have observed, um, then in my earlier video, that the masculine is transforming. But at the same time, this same thing is happening all around the world, and this is making masculine goofy. Goofy is like he's not able to understand what is happening around, and similar things are happening. For example, if I need to give you a practical example, then right now in India, situation is going on when everyone wants to have the new currency in their hands because the old currency is no longer accepted. So that is creating a chaos. And what is happening that people are now only having this thing in their mind, and I have seen lots of masculines standing in a queue even 2-3 hours before the bank could open, and they just have one thing in mind. In fact, a masculine told me that he's not going to work anymore. He's going to get his money from the bank because what he'll do if he doesn't have new currency in his hand. So it's like, this is what making the surrounding is making masculine to focus on one thing only, and he's not able to understand so many other things. At the same time, when this was not enough, energy surge is just happening. It has started to happen from 13th of November, and it will last up to, I guess, 19th. The consequences are like sudden changes or sudden shift of thoughts could happen. Now, how to tell you? Mm, See, if you maintain a very low temperature and if you put a bowl and pour some water into it and wait, then it could take up to 10 minutes or 15 minutes to boil the water because it is smooth. But when energy surge happens, it's like you're boiling the water at high speed. So the time which was taken earlier for 10 minutes, it could be reduced up to 2 minutes only. And this is happening, or even less. What is happening around? I want to talk about general issues. So it's like, say, if you have been in relationship, masculine. So, and suppose if you have past connected to your previous relationships, or when you were not able to find your way out, you were like feeling chaos. And this moment, you could feel like, what is happening? Maybe you could receive a kind of, signal from someone who could let you remind yourself about your past. So even if you are with someone right now, you could feel like you are getting connected to the old memories, old hurt. This is the very general energy surge which could happen. So it's like, and it could happen in different ways. It depends on what kind of intrusion is happening in your mind. Say, if you are more looking towards practical world, then intuition will happen like you want to look at the practical stuff. Say if you have been working in a company or you want to set up a business, and then suppose even if it is going fine and your employees are very happy with you, or you are the new employee and you're happy, but at the same time something happens, and in these days you could remind yourself of your old past, how you had um, broken up for the first time, how your first startup business got failure, or how many difficulties you had to face, or you could see the face or figure of that person who had troubled you, or you could just come to know that this person just is working nearby around you, and you could feel like this sucks, I don't want this in my life, and suddenly your parameter could change and you won't be able to focus on anything. For people who are in relationships purely, like say after working out, if you're going to think about your relationship, then something could happen like suppose you're in a family, okay, you're living with parents, okay, it could happen like a family attachment could evaporate your memories, could just evaporate the tension again. It's like someone just could talk about your nonsense, or someone could just talk about how you had dealt badly in the past. And this could create a chaos in your life. You could feel like, what is happening? I'm not doing it anymore. Maybe I had done that in the past, but I don't want to do that. But it's like, because of this energy surge, what is happening that other people are looking at you in a different way. They are like, claiming a blame on you. And this could happen, this could go on. You could feel like frustrated. You could hold your head in your hands. You could feel like, what is happening around me? Because this is the time of chaos, and this could last, because at this time you won't be able to understand what is happening, and because transformation is already in progress, in process. This is additional blunder which is going to put you down, which you need to understand. At the same time, feminine, if you're listening to this, then just consider that your masculine is going through a lot, and it depends on what he's going through. So suppose he's a drunkard, or he drinks a lot. Then if he's going at the bar, then he could meet so many memories. Like suppose if he had a dark past, or if he had his girlfriend, now he could see his girlfriend with someone. Maybe they are kissing, and he could panic a lot. Maybe a fight could go on. Maybe you could feel like, why is he upset? At the same time, something could happen, like you could feel like he is changing a lot. You could feel like there's lots of a kind of pessimistic attitude on his face. He would try to show you the optimistic, and it will go suddenly. Like maybe in the daytime he was like, wow, I'm awesome. And then in the evening or in the night, you could feel like he is like a depressed moon. He's showing you his sad figure, and he doesn't want you to know about it. That's another reason. And because feminine, you're going through a healing procedure. Okay, now healing means that you are going to, and you should cut off with all the ties around the world, because that's the only way to came up to the ladder. I'm now connected with my new oracle. I don't know how it is happening, but that's amazing. Hmm, how to say more? Well, when I talk about myself, then as in one of my video I told that I could feel literally like my energy is draining out. It's because I connect to lots of auras. I mean, even if someone is watching, and if for example, when divine wants me to give you signals or signs, then I'm getting connected to whatever you are holding on to it. So sometimes I also get connected to it, and I could feel the pressure. At the same time, what is happening is that because personally I observe this energy surge, and it's full of potential, and it's huge, because just the full moon has happened. I'll surely do the reading for the full moon, and it is happening. I'm giving the reading after the full moon, because lots of things happen, and I wasn't able, and I wasn't, simply saying, I wasn't prepared for it. Because energy surge happens to you differently. For example, suppose if you're aware that, okay, your masculine is going through changes, you will be ready for it. But what if you don't know about it, and suddenly you feel a transformation in your masculine? How will you cope with it? At the same time, masculine, if you didn't know, or if you are not prepared that your feminine is going through healing, how you are going to support her? Because you don't know what is happening with her. And this full moon and this sudden energy surge from 13 to 19 is bringing you a lot. And this is specifically made for masculine, because feminine, you're being protected because you're going through the healing. How to tell you that? Healing means, just consider yourself that there's a ocean of healers. Okay, ocean of healing, and you are actually going inside the ocean, so you are protected. But masculine is not ready, is not allowed to go to healing. So what is happening? He's on the plain ground. So whatever is happening, like lots of blunders, lots of thunderstorms, he has to face it alone. I'm just letting you know that this is happening around him, and maybe you can't help it out, because he would want to talk to you a lot. But you won't be, because even if he's going to talk to you, you won't be able to cope with that, because you have chosen the different path for yourself. And if you have not chosen the path for yourself, then it's very difficult for you to manage, because right now you need the soul healing. And masculine, if I'm talking about you with this video, then it's like you need to understand that lots of energy surges are happening, and you should be prepared for that, because it is not going to consider how ready you are, or even you're ready or not. It is going to do whatever it has to do. Talking about twin flame relationship, then it's like this twin flame is like, say, two beings at the same time entering and meeting at a central point. But at this point, two shields have been created. The one shield, which is protecting the feminine, is like, say, the color of, it could be like, you could consider it's like a color of pink or violet, which is protecting her, diverting her to know more about herself. And for you, the color which is coming here is like orange or red, which is creating an impact on you. And because of that shield, you won't be able to communicate freely with your feminine. And even if you're going to do that, both of you have opposite points. And at the same time, because of this energy surge which is happening, you are not understanding the goofy situation. You are being manipulated. You need to understand that, because this situation, like, there could be certain outbursts of emotion. You could be very much angry either on you, or this frustration can be taken even on your feminine. If you're a family person, then this could go on your children too, or you could lose your temper before all, even in a party. You could feel like, what is happening? Maybe even after even party, which is going smoothly, and suddenly you feel like something struck you, and you could get drinks and drinks and drinks. This could happen, but you need to understand that for some, this goes on for certain hours. For some, this could last up to 2 to 3 days in a row. It depends on what kind of understanding you maintain. Because when energy surge happens, it brings an opportunity with you, with itself, which needs you to take over. If you're not able to control it, then it will take control of you, and it will create a larger impact. That's why we see that when there is a couple fight, then what matters is, are you able to resolve it on your own? Like, there was a beautiful example, a couple which had really gone through lots of heavy schedule and heavy lifestyle. They have been asked the question like, how did you manage? Then the feminine side said that when I was angry, I was like speaking to him and in different ways, like, okay, you done it, you are the one, likewise, and say. Now at the same time, the masculine energy could erupt. But what he did, he just said, I used to leave that place. I used to leave, roam for 1.5 hours, come back, and then I could see my feminine, and feminine could say, then I am saying my masculine. So the energies understood the energy surge, because in their lifestyle, the energy surge happened even every day and at different points, and because energy surge is creating impact, and it needs a kind of emotional outburst, which we have seen. Even there is a player who has an injury, but still people say, come on, wake up, and takes the name of that heroic person, say, okay, okay, likewise, and that person really starts to fight and defend the title and wins. It is because of the energy which he holds on to. The same thing is happening with you. Now I'm feeling it because I'm getting connected with lots of energies, good and bad, and because of that, sometimes very, very, the situation is like sometimes out of control to understand what is happening around. Like whenever I'm giving a personal reading, or you could ask like, why am I sometimes taking a gap between? Because at that time, so many things are happening around the world. um, See, if you work in a corporate, then, or if you work in a company, or if you have your own business, which like supermarket, suppose you are the owner of the grocery store, then you can't shut it down. You have to go there, even if you don't want it, even if you're not ready, even if you're feeling sick, you should go there because it is totally yours. So here you let yourself being manipulated, and you work there since the early morning till the evening is over. You're working there non-stop. You're putting your energy over there. Some days are there when you're feeling, wow, I'm relaxed. Some days are there where you're feeling like I'm frustrated. And some days there you can't stand it out. But you have to go through all of these days. It is because you're connected with one thing. When people come, they have something going on in their mind to buy something from you. Similar, when in relationship, you're masculine and she's feminine, both of you have something common. Like one of you could feel like I want the physical connection. One of you could feel like I want the spiritual connection. Like one of you could feel like I just want to talk to you for a moment, or I just want to uh, go for a walk with you. I want to see you, my dance, or I want you to listen to my favorite music. I want you to just give me a tight hug. That's it. I don't want anything else. But that is something different. But do you know that this all depends when you go through your energy search and daily movements? Suppose it's your office hours, okay, or it's your business hour. You're working there totally, but then what matters is, are you going through it easily? Because if you get tired there, then there is no chance standing for you to become clear. Because then your emotions, even if you show that, yeah, I'm happy to your customer, said, yeah, I'm happy, like I'm happy go lie, I'm happy go lucky guy. You could come and buy whatever you want, and you could smile, but when you return to your home, you're frustrated. This is creating chaos. Now, when I get readings, or when I'm communicating with you, then it's like I'm connected to you, all of your energies. You expect something more from me, and I want to give you the best. I always try to give you the best. But sometimes what happens that when I get some personal readings, then it's like the couple is holding lots of energies, a lot. I mean, they don't even imagine, because from that couple, suppose if you're talking about the feminine part is just knowing the masculine about what she has heard about him and what she is knowing. Maybe she is meeting to him for since 9 years. So she has seen his ups and downs since 9 years. But beyond that, there is something going on. Maybe the past, maybe the present, maybe the future. Maybe he's hiding something, or maybe in his job something is happening and he's not letting her know, or maybe he's having some different thoughts. When I communicate to the couple, like to the reading, personal reading, then it's like all these energies connect to me. I feel like I'm going through their ups and downs. And this drains the energy because I'm getting connected to them. The most important part to go through the energy surge is to understand it better. Like, it's very hard to uh, control your temper. For example, suppose you are in this energy surge, which is happening to you, to any one of you, maybe to on masculine part or feminine part, and a sudden outburst is happening. Maybe at the wrong time, your masculine or your feminine started a wrong topic. Maybe about how you had cheated, or maybe about like you are not you are not taking care of her, taking care of him, or there is no love anymore. So what is happening now? The temper is going on, and it's like it's hot temper now. Now what is needed is to calm down, or even to leave the place. Or the temper could go on. You could feel like I'm losing my masculine out of my life. It is because of this energy surge. So you have to understand it, and you have to go through it. Hope this video will let you understand something about it. For masculine. Feminine, be sure you're going through your healing precisely. Uh, and I will say that since now on, when your healing will be completed, use it thoroughly. Never allow anyone to manipulate yourself. Always hold the situation. I'm not saying hold the power, because power is unlimited. It could go, suppose for example, if you are a couple, okay, but you decided to make it um, a friendship meeting. So it's like all of your friends are coming, say 4 friends, and you and your masculine. So it's like the couple plus 4 persons. Now suppose a sudden debate happens, then friends could split. Some friends could take your side, that is feminine, some friends could take masculine side. So now the question is, who is going to support to whom and how? And if situation is going out of control, then what? So never try to hold on to the power, because maybe the feminine friend also, but who is against you, or who is going um, or who is saying something against you, or maybe supporting your masculine, that person may be holding a lot of power in your group. So what you need to do is not to control the power, but to control situation. How can you resolve the situation? Feel through it, go through it. Maybe you could back off, or maybe you could say something that will set everyone to relax, or set everyone to close their verse, close their account forever. They won't say anything to you, because you're going to say what is going to be the best for you and your masculine. Just think about it. This is the healing period for you, but masculine, you're going through a goofy period, so just be aware that you shouldn't lose your temper at all, because you don't know what are the consequences. Thank you. Take care and lots of blessings.